All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. This is Q&A. Anybody in the live chat can ask questions and answer questions. If you got the question when someone enter into the live chat, shoot it. Okay, but it's time to ask questions and get answers. A lot of times, Sister Deborah don't have the answers, but I can tell you somebody in the live chat will. Okay, so it ain't like we're not going to have the answer to some questions that is going to be put forth. So I, Sister Deborah, again, is here for answers and questions. So anybody can come in and rumble. Okay, I'm just trying to turn this phone down. I did hear from. Let me see what it says. Let me see how many words. 4 words. The Spirit spoke to me. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. We're here for the questions and answers. And if you have questions, someone pull up with a question and you got the answer, shoot it out in the live chat. This morning, it had to been like 6 a.m. The Father said something to my spirit. And it was so clear, y'all. He said, the house don't want light. The house don't want light. Now, if you all could, if you want to expound on that, go right ahead. But when he gave me that this morning, I'm like, I turned and I tossed and I turned. The house don't want light. Oh, we can go a lot of ways with that. Oh, yes, we can take that a lot of ways. Is it scary? Yes, it is. Is it dangerous? Yes, it is. Okay. He said, the house don't want light. What do you all think? The house don't want light. And when he leave me like that, I know I can interpret dreams. But when he put something like that in my spirit, it's almost like it takes time to fulfill what he has spoken. And when I mean time, I ain't talking about months and weeks. You see, it normally come up and show up when I ain't prepared for it or I ain't looking for it. And then the Ruach will bring it back to my remembrance. Remember what I told you? The house don't want light. That is really scary. That is very dangerous. Just looking at it or thinking about it, you know. When you say the church house, certainly not my house because it's lit. But I think the light, you saying that your house is lit. Wait a minute, the church house, certainly not my house because it's lit. When you say it's lit, is it the spiritual light that is lit in your house? Is that spiritual or is it the natural light? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Sister Deborah, just joking. But and okay, yes, the spirit. I know that's right. I know that's right. Now it makes sense. So I'm just, it's something though to really, for me especially, just to ooh boy, that sounds dangerous. The church, not the church. It didn't say the church. He said the house don't want light. So much for that. Any questions? Yes. Anyone can tune in, and let me get my Bible here. Okay. Good evening. Shalom, shalom. My questions is to the Gentiles and the heathen women cannot birth Israelite children. Oh, that's a good one. Only Negroes and Judah women can birth Judah children, regardless of race of the father. You know what I come to understand? Now listen to this and tell me, does this make sense? What I come to understand in the spirit realm, we got to pull that up in twos. We got to pull that up in twos. Okay? We got to pull that up as far as birthing Israelite children. None of it means anything. None of it means anything. Abraham got children way over all over the world. But do you think that Abraham's children, remember he had an oldest son. He got a multitude of Abraham's seed over there. We got to understand what is Israel, the Israelites. You got to pull them up in twos. You got to pull them up in the spirit, and you got to pull them up in the flesh. Okay? It doesn't make any difference in the flesh. And a lot of Judah men have built so many platforms on making people think that the outer man is so important than the inner man. You got to understand Judah in the spirit, not so much as Judah in the flesh, because even Judah in the flesh ain't going to enter into the kingdom for eternal heaven. Only Judah in the spirit. You got to think of Israelites in the flesh versus Israelite in the spirit. So when we talking about birthing children, as if Israelite children are gold, that's a lie from the pit of hell. That's what they keep telling us. And that's what they want to keep teaching us, is to believe that we are a people, we gold, we silver and gold, in a sense that we are so, how would I say it? And I wouldn't even categorize silver and gold any righteous. You see, they really believe that the Israelites is so special in the flesh. And if you can't open your eyes and see what Israelites are doing and what their children are doing, who cares if you birth it by a heathen or a Gentile? Are you representing anything spirit regarding the creation of righteous? Or are you out here just, if you know what? As far as Gentiles and heathens, women cannot birth Israelite children. Who gives a rat's behind? I don't. They can birth whoever they want to birth. To me, what's so big about Israelite children? I'd like somebody to tell me. What's so big about Negroes and Judah children? Somebody needs to tell me. If you ain't seen what Judah's out here doing, and they are, I say Negroes, but they are Judah. Women of Judah is marrying men of Judah, but what are their kids doing out here? So what's so big about Judah kids, Israelites children? Nothing. And that's where we messed up at. And I don't even think we can even come before the throne. Oh, he's calling, but that's okay. With that, thinking. I guess that's what they are going to try to come and do. Because see, what we keep forgetting is the spirit. See, that's that thing I was talking about with Messiah being born. Okay? When he came, he didn't have the bloodline. See, that's what everybody don't understand. He didn't have the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have the bloodline of them. He had the spiritual bloodline that they had. You see what I'm saying? Yeshua had the spiritual bloodline. That's why Joseph hands off. Why was Joseph hands off? Because he didn't want nobody to misunderstand that this child that she's having, this is not of the blood of Judah. That's what he wanted y'all to understand. That's why he pulled up and said, a woman's seed. We know a woman don't have no seed. What are you talking about, Father Deborah? I was trying to get them to see that it was a spiritual seed. And that's what it was. Why? Why? Because he wanted us today to understand. We didn't understand. That's what happened in Genesis 1 and 2. We forgot the power that separate the blood Israel from, the fleshly Israel and Judah from the spiritual Israel and Judah. Oh yes, we really don't get it. We really don't get it, because we really think that we are something because we are Israelite. Yeah, wait a minute, baby, you just Israelites, but where are you in the spirit? If a Gentile has a child by another Gentile, okay, heavens can have them written in to the kingdom. Their child can be grafted in. So you see what I'm saying? That's what we got to think. See, but because it's too late. You can't change the mindset. Nobody can. Because to me, if they forgot, they didn't grip Genesis 1 and 2, that's it. They ain't gonna grip nothing. They didn't capture Genesis 6 in the way and in the order in which it should have been. They ain't gonna get it, baby. No, they ain't. And then Yeshua pulled up, told them about the days of Noah and the days of Lot. And it didn't match what Genesis 6 said in the King James Bible. But you think they would change it? They ain't gonna change it. If Yeshua didn't come on the scene and telling us about giants and aliens or fallen angel, why did he mention it? The whole idea of Luke, Mark, John, Matthews, they all said the same thing. But now one of them talked about fallen angels. So what I'm saying is, even in Genesis 6 of the days of Noah, they got that wrong too. And they won't change it. They won't even preach it and teach it. They won't even go in it and dissect it or search it. You know why? Too much spirit and truth in it. They do not want to teach spirit and truth. Spirit and truth is the ruach of the creator who comes in you and give you the whole truth of the matter. That's just it. That's just it. They don't want to teach that. And that's the same way they got everybody thinking, okay, these Judah men, what difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference if they had babies by Europeans or Gentiles. If they had babies by Gentiles, they still too can be grafted in. And what we don't understand about grafted in, that means they in there. In where? The kingdom. Where? The Lamb Book of Life. So if I'm in the Lamb Book of Life and they in the Lamb Book of Life, do you really believe I'm going to pull up and be better than them in heaven? No, Father ain't rumbling like that. He's not going to do it. We didn't set up even our own form of races among our own people, teaching a way that people are not being able to see the spiritual bloodline. You see? So say for instance, that Gentile married another Gentile and they had a child. They kids, they could be grafted in. Their kids can be grafted in. And that's why people ain't looking and reading where the Bible is saying all nations are going to pull up in the kingdom. And that's where people they refuse to look at, because the way the Hebrew Israelites have taught us, oh, we the one, we the only one, oh, we the one. And then I'm sitting here saying, well, you sure? Why are you sitting here saying all nations? You getting them all, huh? He said, yeah, Deborah, because the brand is in them all. And then when I get to separating them, it ain't gonna be Hebrew Israelite over here and Gentiles over here, Hebrew Israelite over here and heathen. No, they're gonna all be called sheep that's going to the kingdom, and the goats that's going to the lake of hell. He's separating them in the kingdom and showed us that. But you ain't gonna hear these Hebrew Israelites teach that. You ain't gonna hear them preach it. And how he's gonna collect them? He said from all nations. Why ain't we teaching and preaching that? Because there's something in us that we never accepted. And it's a serious issue. And that's the reason why I always say to y'all, they have not taught spirit and truth. They have taught it just like the heathens and Gentiles. The powers that be have taught it. They just taught it in their own religion. Okay? Whether they born of Judah children or of Gentile, it doesn't matter when it come down to when Yeshua pull up and come down to get the nations and separate them. You're gonna realize that's one of the keys that a lot of people have not realized. This is about the spirit. So even the question that you asked, if you just do it by spirit, and then tell me what you think. If you divide it by the spirit, let's take that question and then separate it by the spirit, and then see what you come up with. Take it and say, okay, flesh here, spirit here. You see? It already been said they can be grafted in. He used them to make us jealous, but those that's going to be grafted in, they're going to be grafted in for real. What? Who are they? Are we going to be different from them? Are we going to be better than them? God forbid. It's not going to be like that in the kingdom. Just like they said over in the promised land. They're going to be raping their women, and we're going to be raping their women. They're going to be washing our feet. They're going to kiss our feet. We're going to be doing this and doing that. That's the mindset of the tribe of Judah. Sick. Not looking at, bro, you finna go to holy. If he's going to bring you to a holy land, what makes you think he going to let you be getting away with all that? See? They mindset, they don't understand. They don't understand he going to have to clean us up on what? Holy ground. So if he's going to allow them to come up to worship with us and to serve us, you think he going to be having you doing all this that you down on the earth saying, down in these states on in New York and New Jersey and Chicago on the corners talking about what you going to do to whites when we get them to the promised land? See, what kind of trash is that? That's the mindset they keep telling us. They won't, believe it or not, it's a form of racist and a form of hate. It is. And that's something that we still don't understand. It's not permitted in the bosom of the Father. Yes, the church sees the church as the church house. And guess what? I'm glad that's another good question, because guess what? It ain't even change, said the Father. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. But see, when you said that, when you brought that up, now you kind of scared me even more. You kind of scared me even more. Is he talking about the house, the church house, as far as the true church house that don't want light? You see what I'm saying? That's a good one there, because you said the world sees the church as the church house. They really do. Now just think about what you said. How many, what number can you put on that will believe that believes exactly that? The world sees the church as a church house. Put a number on that. Tell me about a number that's come off the top of your head, a number that falls under that category. Just a number within you that you would say fall under that category that believes that the world sees the church as the church. What number would you say in a percentage of all the people in the world? Yeah, I'm sure he's disappointed because I'm sure you know how the days of Noah, when Noah was building the ark, it was talking about, go back there, it'll tell you the father was saying he was in like a sense of mourning because he knew that he put the mission in Noah's hand to build the ark. And himself in his bosom, he had a time period, but he saw all that stuff that was going on in the earth. And just imagine how he felt even then, giving him all that time to continue in what they were doing, even though he knew he was going to destroy the whole earth. Just imagine just sitting right there on his throne, knowing that he's going to end it, but he's still letting them continue on the earth until Noah complete the ark. Shalom. Yep, you're right. I am too, sister. You are so right. I think of that all the time. I think of that all the time because you know what? Let me tell you something. It is no reason for us to wake up and have this sort of nonsense going on in the world as the tribe of Judah. And I was called for the tribe of Judah. And it's deeper. And if he called me with a holy calling as a prophetess among the tribe of Judah, and he's showing me these things, I'm like saying, I'm going to show you something. I don't really have time to be saying, oh, British doing this, Russia doing this, because the Father keeps showing me what? Judah. And the wickedness and the evil and the abomination and the adultery and the murderers and the theft. He's showing me all this when I'm trying to say, now listen, I'm going to show you an example. I'm trying to say, Father, they doing this, they doing this, they doing this. I'm talking about other nationalities. Okay, I can say in Scotland they hiding all the money, they doing it, they don't. And the Father turned around and asked me, and where did I send you to? I said Judah, and he'll say, what are they doing? You see what I'm saying, sister? He always backed me back up in the corner to say, what is your nation doing? You see? That's why I was saying the other day, as far as when I be talking about prophetess, I was in a sense get in some type of order, get in some type of lane. If y'all created you one, make sense, make it make sense. Don't be just all over the place. Y'all ain't calling you to be all over the place. And not one prophet in the biblical, as they read, they'll never find no prophet going talking about all the things everywhere, from Russia to Palestine to Africa, just telling you what y'all gonna do to all them countries. And the Father say, you done forgot where you at, huh? What am I gonna do to the United States? They don't have, they stuck because they didn't add so much in to what y'all sending them to do. They haven't answered their holy calling. You see, they haven't answered their holy calling. Shalom, shalom. We are in shalom. What we're doing is everybody's entitled to answer questions from the live chat. We're doing questions and answers. If you have the answer to the question, shoot it out. I think we had two pretty good ones. I think so. Yeah, and I think as long as we can see us, you see what I'm saying, sister? If we see our own nation doing something, okay, that's a good thing because it's showing us what our owns are doing. Once we have embraced the fact that our own people are wicked and doing all kinds of things like the Most High is saying they're doing, and he's saying that it's clearly seen, then we can talk about other nations. You see what I'm saying? But until we have accepted, it's like, you know how they say, look in the mirror and see yourself. But that's one thing Judah refused to do. They don't want to see themselves. They want to see everybody else bothering them, destroying the world, but they don't see themselves. I'm going to show you how powerful Judah don't see themselves. I'm going to show you how powerful it is. Judah don't see himself, but he understands that the Father going to destroy the United Snakes. Isn't that deep? Who's in the United Snakes? The majority of Judah. A great number of them. But they don't see that, wait a minute, he's going to destroy the United States and I'm here. See, their mind is not there. They're not looking at the fact that, wait a minute, this girl talking about Revelation 18, it talks about how he's going to destroy America. You mean in Revelation 18, chapter 2, that is speaking of the migrants coming over here? Yeah, they did send 2 million of China prisoners over here already. Did y'all know that? 2 million. And guess where they were? They was in a prison, a camp, a prison camp. Why? Because they were hardcore gangs. And they sent them over here. Yes, 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 yes. And if you don't see Revelation 18 telling you that, because we go all over the book to find what everybody else is doing, but Judah don't want to see itself face to face in the mirror. Because once Judah will see itself, then I can feel if Yah is going to kind of make it easy for us. But from what I see, when I get to talking about when somebody else doing this, they doing it, they doing it, they doing it. He said, but what about Judah, Deborah? What do you see them doing? And yeah, Father, you right. You see what I'm saying? You can't escape it. You can't escape it. Not with the Father. He ain't going for it. He is not going for it. He ain't going for us looking everywhere else outside our own nation. Once we can own that thing, once you can truly own that thing and feel it, what do you mean, Deborah, when you say feel it? Feel that it's wrong, y'all. Our nation don't see that it's wrong. This level of hate we have for each other, this level of murdering and stealing and destroying our communities and destroying our families and stealing and I mean, it's just everything, abomination, adultery, witchcraft, all kind of stuff. And until you see it in your own nation, the Father don't want you looking nowhere else. And that's a fact. But see, that's what they want to teach you. Don't look nowhere. It ain't us, it's them. In Matthew's, I have someone has Matthew's 5:15, and it reads, neither do a man light a candle and put it under the bushel, but on a candlestick, and it gives light unto all that are in the house. That's beautiful. He's explaining to you that your spirit is supposed to be the light. Your spirit is the light. It ain't got no business set up somewhere that it's not showing people that you are the light of the world, because that's what y'all sent you out to be. But going back to what I was explaining to y'all about these prophetess, if they can't come out here and teach it the way they want to manipulate the people, they ain't coming out here and talking to nobody. But when they do get a chance to come out, they want to talk about it where they are trying to pour subscribers and likes. They don't want to talk about what y'all want them to say if they are true prophets. And that's where I have an issue with that. Because let's say if you were if you was a called to be a prayer warrior, then all the prayer warriors that is around the whole world, y'all have to answer to each other. Why? Because y'all called in the body to be what? Prayer warriors. So if you got people who are out here praying to the whole world, you want to let them know that, wait a minute, we are prayer warriors. We pray toward the things that is against the Father. You see what I'm saying? But no, they want to pray to the world. See, you get what I'm saying? Prayer warriors is representing Yah. You're trying to send prayers up so blessings can come down. You see? So all of you all have to be, in a sense, subject to one another. That means when you see them not doing what is required, not because it's Sister Deborah way or because you are the one that's called by Yah to be a prayer warrior, but you see it's out of order because there's no spirit and truth and there's no light. You see? So this is why it's important that any administrative position that one holds, and you know that the Father has called you to, and it just don't have to be it's just thousands of positions in the body of Hamashiach. Everybody got gifts. according to what the Father has measured. But nobody won't come out with them. They won't come out with them because they're so busy seeing their life in the natural and doing the things the way they want to do things in the natural. They can't even see their spiritual purpose of why y'all added me to the body. What can I be and how can I be of need or help in the body of Hamashiach? Everybody saying they in the body, but ain't nobody doing nothing to show or to represent the body. It's because everybody's still at their own level of their flesh. And so many people have told me, but he called me to do this here years ago. And he told me I'm this and I'm supposed to be doing it. Well, are you doing it? No. You see, the house, the body of Hamashiach is just totally, it's just numb. You don't hear from them. You don't see them. It's no reason why the gift of healing, if y'all put a holy, if y'all put a heavy healing power on an individual, that person's supposed to be, everybody on YouTube should know that. They might not like that person, but they should know. You should have all kind of healing. People who are actually laying hand and pleading the blood of Hamashiach, Yeshua Hamashiach, in the name of the Most High Ahaya. You see, what the power is in you. So it's spiritual. It's not what you're saying out of your mouth. It's what the power of the gift of Yah has put in your hand to do, to lay hands on people. You don't see it. You see what I'm saying? So when you see people faking it, then you're supposed to come on and speak against that gift. Why? Because they are subject to you, because you got the gift from Yah too. So when he give you the gift, you should see those that ain't using the gift properly when you know that he's giving you the gift of healing, laying hands. And we also supposed to have that. But what is happening is no one believes that the power really extends within them and it's there to stay. So it's like almost to the point where it has to be activated somewhere or another, because people are walking around with the gifts and with the power and no one ever know and ever knew. So when you come before the Most High Yah, he's going to say, well, what you do with what I gave you? Well, I didn't do nothing because I was so busy doing this and do everything about what he has given us. We have rejected. And when Sister Deborah pull up, that's why I do not allow people to tell me that I'm not allowed to say that I'm a prophet. Oh, they didn't say that in the old days. Well, why are they saying it in your instructions and direction in this day? Why are they putting it in there if those that's in the old days didn't say it? How did I know they were prophets? Somebody back then had to know if they weren't announced to be. You see, and people do that, especially with prophets. It's because they know that that's one of the high administrative positions that was called from heaven, and they don't want to deal with those people who have that type of gift, because they don't answer to them. And that's the reason why pastor come from the last total pole as in the calling and have put himself as the first. And that's why you got so many pastors. Okay. We got questions and answer. Anybody can put out a question and anybody in the live chat can answer. You know, I was thinking, is it the church as the church in the spirit? You know, we are the church here in the spirit. And if he's saying that, yeah, we in trouble. We in a heap of trouble. But if he's saying my house, you see what I'm saying? Then I'm in just as worse trouble as either or. I'm in trouble all around. I'm messed up, y'all. No light. Oh, how we gonna make it? How we gonna what man? That's why he got to deal with me. He gonna have to deal with me on that one, because I'm gonna have to understand. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to scratch my head in front of him and everything, try to figure that thing out. I'm going, the Father, y'all talk to me now. Come on now. It could be the church within, or the natural house where a family is at. Yep. I mean, if you look at all the stuff that's going on. And another thing about it, these heathens and these Gentiles, they beating Judah by a long shot now. Oh, they killing up the whole house. I mean, they stealing and conniving and doing all kind of abomination all against the whole house. They whole house. Judah been doing it, but the way Judah is doing it, Judah is doing it as if, so what? That's, I mean, you know, I'm looking at the fact, I said, Father, these are the ones you said your children. You sure these your children? He said, no, Deborah, you got to stick with the spirit realm. And see, that's what they didn't teach the people. They didn't teach the people that Israel and Judah is the flesh realm. Okay? They didn't teach the people that. They taught them Israel and Judah is Yah's children. That's not true, because Abraham's seed extended all over the world. And all over the world is not. You see, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We know that. So when you get to Israel and you get to Judah, we know, and what Judah don't want to talk about to inform their own nation, that wait a minute, we were the true ones that were scattered all over the place. How could we be scattered all over the place and be focusing on the other 11, 12 tribes? Does that make any sense? Why would Judah be caught up in the other 11 tribes when they are the ones that's scattered and been abused and misused according to the curse more than anything? But why are you over here adding the other 11 tribes? Why are you caught up in the 11 tribes as 12 tribes with Judah? And that to me is so confusing. And you're not even working on your own tribe, because that's the one that has really suffered the most. But they won't cover it, y'all. They will not cover it. Not taking accountability. And I just try to, I was thinking, okay, Father, really? Maybe on down the road, Father? No, Deborah. That's why they don't understand. I'm taking Israel and Judah out of Israel and Judah. The rest is going to land with the fall of Babylon. That's what they don't understand, and they don't know, and they don't care. Let me give you an example. If you take us as 100 million, let's say in the United States, there is 100, not 100 million, that's a lot, but it might, no, can't be that many. Let's say if it's let's say it's 10 million. We just gonna use 10 million of Judah here in the United States and on the four corner. Judah, just Judah. Okay, and 10% is the only percentage that come to some sort of understanding who they think that they are. Okay, and they have grip, trying to keep the commandments and trying to do what they know how to do. But out of the 10 that only do that, you only got 2. You see, the other 8 is out here killing one another, committing adultery, calling it a polygamy, abomination, pride, boasting. He named all that stuff. You got to know it's boasting, because that's what's found in Judah. The 10%, they are so, they got themselves so up high. They ain't gonna listen to nothing that the Father's saying, and he ain't gonna let them listen to it, because they got a strong delusion poured on them, and they would rather believe the lie than believe the truth. So they gonna go down with the ship, and that's what a lot of people don't grip. But the Father said they don't need to grip it. If you ain't doing right by me in the spirit realm, what makes you think I'm gonna take it? Because you know what? Why he's saying that? He's saying nobody's perfect. We can, all of us sin, all of us do wrong. He said, but I'll take care of that, Deborah, when we get to the other side. That's what he's saying. But I'll be, if you over here killing, murdering, hating, out here talking about wives having sex with all kind of women and think it's okay, and then you have the audacity to tell your whole congregation that God also have commit polygamy. Ooh-wee. And you think you gonna go to the kingdom with that type of talk? Oh, he finna show you something. He's gonna let them do exactly what the world is doing, evil and wicked. And he's gonna let them remain right here in Babylon. And this is where they're gonna lose their natural life. And when they get to the other side, when all of us stand before the throne, then they're gonna find out all that time I thought I was with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No, baby. No, baby. That was a spiritual thing. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is in the Lamb Book of Life. You was written in the lake for the lake of hell books, even though you was the bloodline of the flesh. That's why you over there. Yeshua HaMashiach. That's why Joseph wasn't allowed to touch Mary. That's why that bloodline came down. He told Joseph what was going on. He told Mary. You see? That's even with Elizabeth. Her husband wasn't allowed to touch her either. The father had to blind him because of his mouth. Because the father was doing things in the spirit while they want to make it about the flesh. I tell you what, your butt ain't going to see until that child is born. You see what I'm saying? That was Elizabeth's son. Okay? But with Yeshua, he told Joseph to marry her, for that which she has in her is the what? The Holy Spirit. You see? So when they get to talking all this trash about Judith, where along the line that came down the natural bloodline of Judith? Somebody tell me. Was Mary Judith? Do anybody know? Was Mary Judith? Furthermore, was Mary Judith? And even if she was, she don't hold a seed. It was a spiritual seed. Born of the flesh of a woman. He was just showing you his power, who he was, what he stood for. Oh, yes, forgive us, Father. You show right. You said Revelation 18:4. So that's when they keep on talking about, oh, he came from the tribe of Judah, or he came out of, they haven't did they research to understand. That's why she was a virgin. But see, they didn't get that far. So you know how we were talking about if a white woman or have a baby, or a Gentile or a heathen have a baby by an Israelite man, can they be an Israelite? What difference does it make? This Israelite that's coming to eternal life is going to be the spiritual Israelite, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's spiritual bloodline, not the natural bloodline. And a lot of people won't even look to search it or come to the stuff. No, they won't, because they done lied so long. They ain't going to take it back. They ain't going to take nothing back. They ain't going to take nothing they teach y'all back. Okay, then you said that's in Revelation chapter 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sin, and that ye receive not her plagues. Not her plagues. Now, he's saying here, come, let's go verse 4. I heard another voice from heaven saying, this is John saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sin, and that ye receive not her plagues. Notice he's saying, let's go to verse 5. For her sins has reached the heaven, and Yah has remembered her iniquity. Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she has filled, fill her double. He's getting ready to throw down on the United Snakes. Now he's telling he said here, my people, come. You see where it says he called them, come out of her, my people, that you be not partaker, my people. Y'all calling you his people is really meaning nothing. meaning nothing. Go to Hosea. In Hosea chapter 4. Let's go to Hosea chapter 4. So you can understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Let me get this here. Hosea chapter 4. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Here we go again. Watch this here. It says, Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. What does it say? Anybody see that? It says what? My people are what? Destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Just because he calling you his people. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all that when they said they was awakened, I myself had so much hope that they would have awakened to spirit and truth, not to their own wisdom, their own knowledge, and their own understanding. So here in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, here he says in verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because they reject knowledge. I will reject them, reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. He's letting you know you ain't gonna be nothing to me. But yet in the beginning, what did he call them? My people. You get what I'm saying? So don't get it mixed up when you run into Revelation and you hear him say, my people, because with me, I'm gonna tell you the question I asked him. Listen to this. When you get to Revelation 18 and verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. First thing I said, well, Father, if these are your people, seem like you not fierce or angry, or you're not making a statement no more than one time in this Revelation verse. So it's almost like, Father, you don't care if they come out or not. You see what I'm saying? Because listen to what it said. John is actually telling you what he had heard. He heard another voice as if it was speaking behind him, but yet it was coming forward. And it says, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sin, and that ye receive not her plagues. So if you're thinking that you are his people and you are not going to receive the plague, what is that telling you? If you're not out of her, you're going to receive her same plagues. You're going to go down with the ship. And as it continues in 5, 6, and 7, it's telling you I'm going to destroy it. They're going down. I'm going to destroy them. And he's telling you, my people, you too. That's what he's saying. Because if you can get in here and you can see, I'm like saying, Father, where's another warning? Shouldn't it be kind of fierce? Shouldn't it be something you're trying to warn us to make sure? No, Deborah. And that's why John is saying he heard another voice, as if another voice come on the scene and said, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. It's almost like he said something knowing that they not going to come out. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what I put before when I was in the class in the wilderness. I said, Father, you saying it like they ain't coming out. That's what I said, because I said, that's all. It's not even a powerful warning. You see what I'm saying? It's not even a powerful warning. It's just telling you better get your butt out. Because if you don't, you just going to get what she getting. And that is destroyed. I told y'all, Israel is not coming out of here like you all think they are. Judah is not coming out of here like y'all think they are. Okay. And that was 18 and 4. That's a good one. That's a good one. That 18 and 4 is really good. Right. Oh, so you saw that? So did you see? Wow. I had never seen it before. Sometimes I be wondering about y'all. Y'all be seeing it all. those prisoners being here, I seen them all the time they all walked the same. That's just exactly how they do. They really do. As if they are marching. I saw that. So you seen that too? So you see these people who's coming to destroy people who in the United States, to bring it to a real level civil war. That's what it's going to be. Ain't nobody going to be for nobody. And the only reason why they did it like that is to make sure both sides are fully destroyed. Because these people are not going to take the Gentile sides and the heathen, and they're not going to take the tribe of Judah side. They're not. They just going to kill. Okay? People are spiritual. He knows what he already got invested in his. And if they get off the track, he'll get them right. He said, even if it takes him to destroy the flesh, to bring their spirit back in the right way. See how, don't tell me that father ain't got his T's crossed and his I's dotted. Hello, hello, shalom, shalom. Those who have ear, let them hear. Mm-hmm. But you know what though? I always thought, I said, okay, if you Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's seed, why is it they're not conducting themselves that way? You get what I'm saying? Like they are I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. The way that they conduct themselves is they put the Father on a pedestal. They made sure they first and they last of anything was on the top where he's at, giving him all the power that he has within him and all the glory to him. These guys today, and these women too, they own this devil platform figuring they own this thing. And the only thing they supposed to be doing is feeling it. Did y'all know that? We're supposed to be feeling this. Okay, let me set an example. If Sister Deborah is not feeling it, how can you tell somebody anything? You know how they say, how can you tell somebody something you ain't experienced? Do you get what I'm saying? So when Sister Deborah is telling y'all things and based on what I'm being taught in the wilderness and what I'm being taught to understand, I turn around, tell y'all quick, I'm feeling that thing. When Deuteronomy 28 came to me as an end game, I felt that. And hey, y'all did not know, for a good 3 months, I was sad in my spirit because I always believed what they were teaching. I didn't go in it and get it the way the Spirit wanted me to get it. So I always followed the way they were teaching, and it was nothing like that. Yep. And they don't have a feeling in them. They do not have a feeling of remorse or sadness, correction. And Sister Deborah, I'm called to work within Judith. And I'm telling you what Judith don't have. You see? And then when they get to talking about Christians and Catholics and all of that, I can talk about those topics. But the main thing I'm looking at, okay, Judith, Father, y'all looking at you. Judith, do you see what y'all doing? Judith, do you know that y'all just looking at you? And it's just like it's nothing. They rather follow those who are pride-minded, boasting, ego, land, pastors, those that's carrying position. And like, I'm going to set another example. Like when you see this man, Jennings, like him, he clowning y'all. This is not a way he should be acting. No one is going to ever take him serious as a pastor. I'm telling y'all, they won't. Because he's doing too much. You see what I'm saying? And what I mean, doing too much, to me, you can't take him at face value. Because he's so busy clowning to the world and wanting the world to see him or be of something and wanting the world to see how he conduct himself. He have forsaken the fact that Father is looking at you, and that is not the way you represent the Most High Yah. That's not the way. But the people who have been around him have gotten adapted. They have gotten so used to it. You see, to where they see that they're not going to get nothing else but who he is. And he's sitting here thinking that that's the way we hear in the DAY, the darkness of the darkness, where Satan is having his way and he's finding time to clown to the world. They so busy trying to tell the world what they're not supposed to be doing. Why ain't you just telling Judah? You never told your whole congregation that they are Judah. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Geno Jennings refused to tell his whole congregation, out of all 3 churches, he might have more, that they are the tribe of Judah. He refused. You see what I'm saying? But yet you want to get on these YouTube and all these platforms and clown and act a fool with all these worldly people. You sitting here trying to meet with the Black Caucus and TD Jakes. How could you be meeting with the devil and the demons? What, you say you're a pastor. You're a man out of your own heart. No, you ain't. You are not. You're out of your own flesh heart. Because that is not what he wants you to do. It's just like somebody, here you go. These people are all, let's say somebody, let's say somebody is, let's say this Joyce Meyer. She come out and said she gay. And that she's been into it for 10 years. What did it look like me coming to her or me getting on here telling you Joyce Meyer gay and she shouldn't be doing this and you did. And every time you turn around, every week, Joyce Meyer is on my platform because my mouth is all over her. No, she's the world. She's Satan seed. I ain't got time to take this platform, which is Satan seed, to talk about Satan. I'm talking about my Most High, y'all. How Satan like that? I'm sure he don't. The one lady said to me, y'all, she texted me, was it today or yesterday? You sit and said your podcast is the devil platform. Did you say that? No. I didn't say that. You said it. You see what I'm saying? Just stupid. Now, when I had a podcast, and when did I say this platform is mine? I know this is the devil platform. I'm the child of the Most High Yah on the devil platform. See, the devil don't answer. Y'all don't answer to the devil, and the devil know he can't be messing with y'all when it all said and done. That's why I can look on here and see him clowning and don't see nothing wrong with it. He's not calling people to talk about Prince Charles and Prince I don't know, Charles Williams, and that's worldly news, y'all. We see that already, right? We can see that. Why is it somebody who's saying they represent the Creator and they are prophets and prophetess feel that it's important to use this platform the way the devil wants you to keep up chaos? And that's what they're doing. Any chaos I'm going to keep up, it's going to be in the name of the Most High Yah. And that's for real. So I don't get it, and it ain't meant for me to get it. Get your tail in your lane. Get your butt in your lane. Oh, you said, what haven't you not seen? I hear you. That's good. That is good. He answers your question. That's good. That is really good. I like to hear that. When it's saying it's telling, it's saying, come out of her to the flesh. He's not talking to the spirit. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm telling you, when they came to this new awakening, y'all, it's a lot of things they didn't reveal to y'all. And because of it, that's why people are going to be going to and fro, all these, and their minds just going to be gone. Because we're thinking, now listen to what you said. So when it says come out of her, spiritually, it says to, no. It's not talking to you. See, that's what I'm saying. Remember we just said in Hosea, it says what? My people are destroyed. That means dead. They die. Here in Revelation, it says, my people come from out of her. He's still calling them his people. But they're people that he called people, but they're not the spiritual people in a sense. You know why? He is going to be up out of here already. See, let me break it down. Let's go back there. Revelation chapter 4. Listen to this. In Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice. Right there, it lets me know there was a voice behind a voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Remember in Hosea, he said, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. So don't be caught up from the floor in when this book called you my people. That don't mean you in the Lamb Book of Life. You get what I'm saying? That's not what that meaning. Okay? My people, he said, let me tell you, when this take place, during this time, don't forget, Yah is going to take his out himself. Do you get what I'm saying? So when he comes, he's taking out of Israel and Judah his spiritual people. So he's not talking here in Revelation to chapter 18 to verse 4, giving you a warning. And if you don't, you're going to be partaker. You can't be partaker because he's coming to get his out. You see what I'm saying? So he's not talking about his. Does that make sense? So if he says that he's coming and he's going to take his out and take them to the promised land, why are you warning thy people to come out, or else they're going to receive the plagues? You see what I'm saying? He's talking about a different people. This is what I try to explain to y'all. He's talking about Israel and Judah that's going to remain. Because I asked him in the wilderness, you don't sound fierce. That don't sound like no warning to me. For your people, it's because they are not his people. You see what I'm saying? It's the way he says it. When he said in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, my people are what? Destroyed. He's actually saying to his same people, you're going to end up being partaker in the sin, and ye going to be receive her plagues. Why? Because the sin Judah is already being partaker in. He ain't saying just when Revelation 18 pull up, you're going to start sinning, you better come out of sin. No. It ain't a warning to the spiritual Israel. It's a warning to the natural, to the flesh Israel, but it's not a warning that he knows that they're going to come out of. You see what I'm saying? It's just speaking to them as he was in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people, they perish due to the lack of knowledge because they reject. You see? But yet he still called them his people. Do it make sense? You see what I'm saying? So he's saying the same thing. And the reason why I know he's saying it is because I asked that question in the wilderness. Because I asked him, I said, you don't sound fierce. You don't sound like you care if they come out or not. That's what I did. I asked him that. I said, this don't sound like something of a heavy warning. You didn't put it heavy, Father. You didn't put it heavy. He said, for what? You see, he just making the statement because the sin is already done, y'all. This is not waiting till he destroyed. Okay, here it is. Just United States is a chaos and it's being destroyed. Your sin? What does he say? Be partaker of her sin? Why at that time? You've been partaker of her sin. This is what he's saying. And because of that, you're going to receive her plagues. That's what he's saying to Judah. I'm sitting here telling y'all I am a prophetess that's called to work with Judah. And that's what he's saying. He's talking to Judah. You're going to receive her plagues because you can't wait to do the sin when he destroyed the United States. Here it says, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her. As if, Here it is, Revelation 18. He's destroying Babylon. Come out now. No, because they've been sinning. These are people who've been sinning the same way Babylon has sinned. They've been partaker of the way of Babylon sin. And he's saying that you're going to receive who? Her plagues. You want to play with her sin? You're going to receive her plagues. That's why I say Judah should have got over here. Let's say we took 399 years to be ignorant. That last year of that 400, we should at least had something right. And I'm going to tell you something, y'all, we didn't. Even to today. We still ain't got it right. Okay? So that's what he's saying. But the saddest thing is about it is they're not coming out. They're not coming out. Let me see if I can get another something here. I'm just looking at something. Okay. So that's why I was saying to you all, if people are here in Babylon Judah is doing what they're doing. And the reason why I say a lot of us we're not looking at what Judah is doing. We're so busy seeing it's so much stuff going on though. You can't help but see all this stuff. But Judah is not even looking at what they're doing. It's just like they're at a numb. They just going around just doing whatever they want to do. And it's no heart to it. It's no compassion. It's no care. It's no give and gave. It's just whatever. And you said they switched it. Where is it at? Oh, we was in Revelation. You said you think they switched it from her, come out of her. You think that they switched it to her. And I never did understand that either. I never did understand that. If this is a man's world and this country has been ran by men, how did Babylon become a her? I always said that too, but it's a lot of stuff that's just going on, y'all, that just don't make no sense. I said the same thing. The harlot and all of that. How did all that makeup become a her? Now we know that we ain't embedded in that, but it's just suspicious to me. But the way they done it. Yeah, she rides the beast, just all kind of, and who normally would ride any horse? A man. You see what I'm saying? You see, do you get what I'm saying? Everything, and this is also reminds me of in the garden, how they said she took meaning entertained the serpent. But if you really think, it doesn't make any sense, y'all. Even the lie was told before the sin was committed. And none of y'all, nobody wants to say nothing about it. Nobody don't talk about it. Nobody don't say nothing. And I said, I see what you're saying now, Father. If they missed Genesis 1 and 2, they'd have missed this whole book. And it is so true. Yep, they said ride the beast, but that's what I'm saying. It just really, it's a lot of suspicious stuff that you can see where things has been implanted. But how you find out is when the Father sits down and he began to teach you from the level of the spirit. And he be saying things to you and you be all over the place trying to catch up with him and trying to figure out all my life, I never heard that. Then you keep it within. You don't say nothing about it. You don't say nothing because you don't trust what he's saying because you ain't never heard nobody say it. And you just assume that it can't be what I'm feeling. It can't be what he's saying to me. It can't be what he's saying in dreams and visions. It can't be because nobody else is saying it. You see, we measure what we believe by what someone else has accepted. You know what I'm saying? And what others have spoken. But when the Father comes, he's going to say something to you that their ears have not heard, nor have their eyes seen, when he show you stuff. And that's what it was all about. That's one of the main reasons, is to keep up a whole bunch of confusion, because it has in this DAY. We need, you see the need for the Ruach of the Creator? It's almost like if you don't have that, I mean, you be as loony as, I'm serious. And it's just like you have to have that. Deception. Yep, they made the Statue of Liberty. They received that too. But why is a woman standing there and a woman don't rule the United States? You see what I'm saying? You see, it's a lot of things. If you really think, you'll wonder, well, why is she even the Statue of Liberty? When will a woman bring you liberty? Come on now. I'm just being, y'all say he come to give us liberty. When do a woman give this country liberty? Come on now. Y'all got to really think now. If you really kind of think about all that. Well, today I heard a lot of stuff that was very powerful. I heard a young lady, she did a video on the KKK and white supremacists talked about Black people. And I was so hurt by the things that they were saying, but they were telling the truth. That's why he was saying, with all your strength, he said, seek him with all your strength, your heart, your mind, and your spirit. That's what he was saying. Yep, that's what he's saying. That's right. That's right. Oh, because that Ruach can get it right. Yeah. And we know that you ain't fighting no woman. All this, if you really think about all of that, really, that just shows you that what it does is just enlighten you, that there are so many things being switched and changed. Oh, let me tell you what these not Gentiles, KKK leaders and this white supremacist, and they were this young girl did this whole video, and this one guy, I'm gonna look at it again tonight. He was so angry, ugly, European, heathen, nasty. Yep. It is off the chain what the things he was saying, but it was so true. He was saying, how stupid can Black people be? Now I know why they were so dumb all the way. They've been dumb all their life. He said they are the stupidest people on the face of this earth. That's what the white supremacist. But he was what you call a hardcore one. He was hardcore. He was cursing. He said they just the dumbest people in the whole world. I mean, the things that he was saying, I'm gonna tell you, he wasn't lying. He was saying, y'all got. I should have got the program so you can just hear what he was saying, and you will say, oh yeah, but that's true what he's saying, because he was talking about how do we get mixed up with going to Christian church after they were Christian was the one that wanted to keep us in slavery. Christian was the one that was beating us and killing us and raping our women. All those men and women that they hung us from the tree. These were people all in the Christian church. He was saying, and they still take their tails to the church. He talked about T.D. Jakes, and he said he ain't nothing but he's what you call a hardcore Uncle Tom. He said what he would have done, he's the one we would use to go to control the mass of the black people, to make them do what we want them to do. That's who T.D. Jakes is today. He would have been just like that yesterday. That's what he is today. He said that he's sitting up in the church talking all about Jesus and Jesus. He was like, this white man was just angry. You can hear all the wicked and angriness that was in him, but he was telling some truth. He was telling some truth, because when he got to telling us, how could we as a people be like we are? It shows that we don't have sense to think, to make right choices. He said, here today, the same church they talking about, they go to said Jesus, don't even understand. These are the same Jesus that the white people who family have lynched them, killed them, and still today killing them and taking from them. And these are white supremacists. And the KKK man, he had his whole uniform on, and he was talking about because they that dumb. He said it's the dumbest thing. And the things he was saying, and I sit back and I say, y'all would think I'm crazy if I were to say that about our people, especially our brothers. Y'all would think I'm wrong. But this is what I see from the wilderness. Their mindset is not there, y'all. They're not functioning at any type of level of seeing what actually is going on. And which is true, because if we had, like I said, if we had, let's say 10 million and only I ain't even say 500,000 was Hebrew Israelites who found out they was Hebrew Israelite. Out of the 500,000, you might get, if you get 300 or 400 that's on the right track. The rest of them just playing. They just taking advantage of people, manipulating people, deceiving people, using their pride, their boasting. I'm telling you, it is so much going on, and we as a people, we won't even look within our own nation to get things right. We look everywhere else, but we're not going to our mirror and say our nation is a monster. We need to be doing something about it. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. So when he pulled up with Revelation 18, he just said, you're gonna receive their sin and their plagues. Come out, or you're gonna receive. He wasn't trying to tell you that you were going to come out. He wasn't saying that, hey, you going to sin, do her sin. He knows you're doing it already. See, that's what people are pretty much messed up, because when spirit and truth come and teach you, it's going to teach you exactly what he's trying, not what he's trying to say, what he is saying, so you won't get caught up. And then they went on to talking about another how would I say, a melanated man. He did his study on King James Bible, and he went on his whole hour was talking about the King James Bible is not the Bible. It's not a book that people think. That's why I tell you all, stick with the Ruach. Stick with the Ruach of the Creator. You got to feel him, know that he exists, and know that he is present, ever present. Because I'm telling you, what they're coming up with today is going to knock you off. But y'all got you. He got you, because he said, I'm coming for what is mine. Because what I like about it was something in there said, come, I know that you blind, but you see. What do you think he mean when he said that? The Father said, I know that you blind. Oh, but he didn't work on me either. My ex-husband will tell you that. He said, Deborah was talking about that man 28 years ago. I sure was. And you know what messed me up? I try to talk to my oldest daughter about TJ. She listened to him every morning. Every morning. TJ did. Okay. I told him what he was. She didn't hear. Now I wonder what she think now. I ain't going over there to say, I told you so. No. What do you learn now? You see? She even ordered his books. See, you can't change people because that's what I was telling you all about the seed. The seed is already planted. And that's when he telling me to get in my lane, he's trying to get me to understand the seeds have already been planted, Deborah, out there. So it's nothing you can say to the left, to the right, or in the back. The seeds are out there. They are going in the gate in which they were created to, the broad gate or the narrow. He said, then you see Adam and Eve go straight to the broad gate where they were what? They came down here. You saw what I put in them. I had everything in them perfect, but it didn't help, did it? I said, you said that right. Y'all, and nobody ever thought about that. Nobody ever thought about everything with Adam and Eve was perfect. They was put down here just to that as an example so that we can understand. You can be brought here perfect, but your destiny is sealed in the heaven. You're going to go straight into your destiny, and it's going to be either the serpent seed or the spiritual seed. Once you down here, that's it. You're going to go your way. Let me give you another example. You remember when the betrayer who betrayed Yeshua and Peter, after I think he had killed himself, but Peter asked Yeshua, what about Judas? And you know what Yeshua said to Peter? In a sense, he said, it ain't none of your business. It ain't none of your business. But he gave him a key. He gave him a key. And when he gave that to Peter, he gave it to me. The key was, he said to Peter, in a sense, what is it to do with you? For it would have been better. It would have been better. It would have been better had not he been born. What was Yeshua telling somebody like Sister? That the moment he came out of his mother's womb, his destiny was to be on the opposite side of Yeshua HaMashiach. That's why he betrayed. He came down here like that. And that's why Yeshua told Peter, what is that to do with you? For it would have been better had he not been what? Born. Once you born, once you in your mother's womb and you come out, your destiny is already sealed, y'all. It's already sealed. So that's why Sister Deborah say, I wouldn't be wasting my time down here clowning. Clowning for what? When you know that heavens has everything signed in. Y'all, I had my son. He was at work and he was talking. Him and I was talking. And I said something to him. He's quiet storm. He normally don't laugh, y'all. He normally don't laugh at all. All of a sudden, I said something to him. He bust out laughing. My son bust out laughing. I said, "What? Who are you laughing at?" He said, "You." It was just so funny. You know why he was laughing? I told him, when it come down to judgment, if the Father says, Deborah, go to the lake of hell, I will salute him and say thank you, and I head on down. He thought that was so funny. Why? I was explaining to him, the Father knows what's best. And if I act hypocritic and I did the opposite down here, heaven's going to make it right at the kingdom. And if he say go, yes, sir, I salute him and head to the hell. I ain't going to sit here and be arguing and fussing with he that knows all things. And if he see fit that I was the serpent seed, send my tail to hell. My son bust out laughing. My son, he thought that was so fun. And y'all, he's not a person that laughs. But he thought that was so funny. He said, I said, well, wait a minute, what are you laughing at? He said, Mama, I'm laughing at you. I said, what did I say? It's the way you said it. Because I was for real. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best that he give me the strength. But if he got me signed for hell, that's where I go. But it ain't going to stop me from doing what I'm doing today. I just crossed that bridge to go over to the lake of fire. That's just it. You know, they don't need to be down here trying to fake it and so on. You keep up what you're doing. But if that's the choice of the Father, all that you do, and then yet you still go, when you go, that's who you really were. And I'm just saying it to be real. You see, that's just who you are. He knows what's best, you know. But only thing that holds me, I know He created me a lane. Then He told me, He teaches me from the wilderness. The things that He gives me assure me within me that hell is not a place I'm gonna see. But if it is where He want me to go, so long. Thank you, Father. Shoot. Burn up. Holler. Y'all might hear me hollering and carrying on, kicking. But whatever, my Father knows what's best, no matter what nobody say. The church gave hope, gave them reference to Yah to endure. After 20 years, it was over. 1619, 1865 is the time frame. Yep, that's the time frame I heard about. Well, Jakes didn't work on me. I met him over 20 years ago when y'all had me out there in training. Oh, wow. He was then who he is now. There you go. Was he? I didn't know him to be that gay stuff, but I knew that he wasn't a man of God. I would tell you that. I knew that. But he was into that, you think? Oh, wow. He was then who he is now. Yeah, because if that's what choice He made for us, hey, because you got to think all that grace and mercy He done poured out on us on this earth. Let His will be done. All this grace and mercy clowning. Come on now. We still see murder and wicked and evil and stealing and adultery and abomination and lusting and fornication and all this stuff still going on. And we looking at it and say, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what I said. He knows what's best. He knows. He already got it. That's why when people be talking about, oh, I want the promised land, look. If He want to take me to the promised land and let me live and take me over to a promised land, that's fine and dandy. All I want to do is be able to make it to the kingdom. And if I get there and He tell me, no, your home is hell, that's where I go. Because I'm gonna tell y'all now, I don't see Him to not be who He is. Because I think, shoot, that right hand is something else. And I just don't think we should see Him like that. All that grace and mercy He continued. And I think we were truly blessed to be able to know what we know now today. To me, it's almost, I call it, He saved the best for last. I know that might sound strange, but that's what I say, even though we're going to be the one that go through it. We're going to be the one that endure. And let me ask you a question. What do you think He means when He says, he that endure until the end shall be saved? What is that endurance? Until the end shall be saved. He that endure until the end shall be saved. What do you think about that when He says that? So much grace and mercy. And did you know that's what's holding up His will? He said, my will is being held up, Deborah, by the grace and mercy. And I'm like saying, wow. Because, you know, the grace and mercy is on everybody. Even the wicked ones. They got grace and mercy around about now. And that's why they haven't stopped doing what they're doing. Because grace and mercy is holding them up. Everybody's on grace and mercy. But you know what, y'all? I thought of I think I kind of feel death a little different than a lot of people. Because when I think of death, I think of like say, let's use me. If I was to die, this would be the last time y'all ever see me. You see what I'm saying? This would be the last time I be on YouTube. This would be the last time my family ever see me ever again. You get what I'm saying? I don't think people take it as in a way that he created it. And I think that's why it's so easy for people to take people's lives and to do what they're doing and hurting one another and using deception among one another and abusing one another and misusing one another, because we don't take it serious. We take it as if, oh, well, okay, death, that's it. But you got to think it like it is. Like the lady put their little baby in the sewer. Why wasn't something in her said, oh, this end, he ain't gonna be able to breathe, and he's gonna drown, and he's gonna be in pain, and his daddy will never see him again. She didn't care. This is it. I mean, people are doing things off the chain as if, I don't know, it's just nothing there. Nobody wants to see or feel that this end, this person, when you take somebody's life, okay, or when you abuse and misuse someone, you are doing something to a human being. And right now, it's like everybody is numb to it. They don't feel the things they saying. They don't feel the things they doing. They don't. It's just like it's like people seem to be numb to hurt, pain, and suffering. You know, and when I'm seeing this, I'm like, I think of even myself. I say, if I was to pass away, that would hurt those 6 adult children really, 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 really bad. Okay, but what would hurt them more than anything is to realize they'll never see me again. Y'all see what I'm saying? Yeah. Endure to the end like Yeshua did. Mm-hmm. But it's just no, it's right. It's no righteous in it. It's no just. I mean, it's nothing in it. And they doing it like it's a good thing to do. That's how people are taking lives. I mean, my ex-husband, I was telling him every time I pull my phone up in the morning when I get my coffee and I pull my phone up, it got all the news. It's amazing how many people. It is off the chain how these Gentiles and heathens are killing one another. 63 years, I ain't never seen it. It could have been because they kept it out of the media. What the heathens and Gentiles is going to find out, the media don't give a rat's behind that you white no more. White don't mean right no more. You see, they missing it. They thinking, they trying to hold on to that, but they don't understand. White don't mean you right. See, all their life, they figure we white, so we right. But now, if you can't see the move of tribulation in here and all this DAY we in, how these people are taking each other's lives and doing all this stuff, people are not, I'm telling y'all, it's not the same of yesterday, what is going on. And when I see all of this here, I'm like saying, aha, this is what they've been doing all the time, but they haven't been covering them. But guess what's happening? When we tell you how they're getting them now, there's so much of it going on. They're doing too much. And the families and people are, they bringing it out. Whether it's a cop or whether it's a father or whether it's a mother, they want it all out so the world can see it. And it's a beautiful thing for me because it's exactly what the prophecy of the Most High Yah want us to understand. We are in tribulation. Why are y'all sitting around here eating ice cream cone? Because to me, that's what it appears to be as a prophet is in the wilderness. Everybody is having a good time while your tribulation rolling up. How could that be, Father? How could it be? He said they become numb to compassion and pain and murdering and stealing and killing and robbing and drugs and porno and lust and marrying and polygamy and wicked and evil and hate. He said it become numb to where they don't feel nothing. But I say, Father, they killing these babies up. He said, Deborah, they too numb to even notice. They too numb. But I told y'all almost 2 years ago, I kept running to the Father, hooping and hollering, till he told me, he said, Deborah, what's wrong with you? I said, Father, nobody seems to see what's going on. Do you see? He said, Deborah, these things need be. These things need be. That's when he explained to me he had created me a lane. And he said, I'm going to give you something that's going to help you a little bit. I'm going to give you a pill called endurance. And I began to praise him and tell him, thank you so much, because I'm going to need it. Because what your eyes is seeing and your ears are hearing, don't forget you still flesh. It's blowing your mental state of mind off the chart. So all this stuff is going on, even when, they don't even feel when they killing babies. They don't even feel when they killing their own wives. They don't feel when they killing their own husbands. They don't feel when they killing their own brothers, their mama, their daddy, their uncle, their granddaddy. This one black lady and her daughter killed her mother and grilled her on the grill. Chopped her up and grilled her on the grill. You had that much hate for your mother, and your daughter helped you, that y'all decide to chop your mother up and put her on the grill and kill her. Oh, baby, it's I've heard worse than that, way worse. That's why I know that I'm feeling this thing. When I say feeling it, I'm feeling the prophecy and the tribulation is already at hand. And when we walk around here like, oh, ain't nothing going on, that's why he said the days of Noah. Everybody walking around doing everything they normally do until the flood came. And that's just what's coming on now. Right now, everybody walking around like they ain't got no care in the world. We're going to live this up until y'all come get us. We ain't going to feel it. We ain't going to see it. How can you prophesy, or how can you be anyone that y'all uses when you don't see nothing already that he didn't prophesy that shall come to pass? Because people become numb. Oh, that's they fam. That's them over here. That's them. That's them heathen. This is Gentile. That's Judah. That's them. That's them. That ain't me. But you got to feel that thing. So when it comes so close to your house, you'll be able to handle it. You see? Because I embrace the fact of feeling, because it helps me to be able to balance this thing. You see? Because this thing is real. And like he was telling me, it's so numb. And for that, the young black girl put that thing out about those. It was the skinhead and this white supremacy. And if y'all listen to how hardcore they talk about us as a people, it should check us to make us look, y'all need to be checked, because they're saying something wrong with y'all. All that we done to y'all still that stupid. That's what they were saying, y'all. We did this to y'all, we did this, and we did this, and y'all still running up on us, trying to, y'all men still trying to do everything we tell them to do, even against their family. And it's a known fact. I try to tell y'all that. This is what they said. They worse than they were when they was in slavery. They bend over and do all kind of things, and knowing white people don't want to have nothing to do with them, and still doing them wrong. And all they keep on doing, oh, they don't mean it, or apologizing. These are what these guys were saying. And when he said, I see now why they said that they less than human. Because them doing black people ain't got no sense. All this stuff being done to them, even today, they still walking around talking about Donald Trump and Biden. They still talking about politics, knowing that politics had a big role in slavery. I mean, all the things that, just like the young man was bringing up yesterday about Saints. And someone said the Saints team is wearing their jersey proudly. New Orleans. They don't even know the history behind it. And then someone said something about that logo was Mary's, a logo that's detached to the mother of Mary. Regardless if it's attached to mother of Mary, let me tell you something, baby. That thing, that power that reigns under that logo is greater than Mary can even become. And if it's talking about Mary, what did I say, y'all? It's really a design of a vagina. It's something coming out of her vagina. That's why Starbucks got the woman, then her legs cocked up. I wouldn't drink Starbucks. And then all this stuff that they got now showing you, doctors or scientists is coming up telling us all the food we've been eating is what been causing us. The medicine, everything. They just, everything right now, just like the Father said, that which was in the dark, Deborah, shall come to the light in the last days. And I said to the Father, Father, if it's any more light come out of this darkness anymore, I don't even think I can make it. Too many things is being shown clearly to you all. And everybody's turning a deaf ear and a blind eye. You can't change it. But you should speak to others about it, and you should speak about it to make people aware that this is what they've been doing and this is what they still doing. They're doing it even worse. So they decided on nationwide television, and there was a whole bunch of them in the audience, but they were all white people. They was in darkness. And on the stage were two whites. They was telling them by the year 2005, half of the population in the United States will be destroyed. And the people stood up and started clapping. When I see that, and I'm saying that, Father, I've seen that twice, them do that. What's wrong with Judith? What's wrong with people not seeing? What, even the heathens, what's wrong with them? It's because they think the Gentiles and the heathens, the Gentiles, they think they're going to get out of it. They think that the whites is for right. No, they ain't, baby. Them rights that you used to have, what they after is your own rights. They after to destroy you, to kill you, and to get rid of you too. See, they thinking that, oh, they just trying to come after the blacks. Baby, all of the migrants coming in here is for you. That's what the white people don't know. It's for you. Because they want to get you destroyed. They know they know we destroyed here. Because we gone. These men won't unite. They won't come together. They won't come together in the power of the right hand of the Father. They won't come together in the power of he that's the head over the body. They won't come together toward nothing, but they can come together for hate, envy, wicked, abomination, all in the name. I'm a leader. I'm a ruler. I'm a king. I'm a man. You're going to be just that. That's who he's talking to in Revelation 18 and verse 4. You better come out of her. No, he said you better. He just said it plain. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. He's actually saying you're going to receive her plagues. So get ready, get ready, get ready. And a lot of y'all don't understand that, but that's what he's saying. Just like in Hosea, he said, my people, they perish. He's saying the same thing right here. And Judith won't see it coming because he's thinking that he's getting up out of here. Now, how is it you got 10 million Judith here in the United States and you subject to have 200 that believes anything? So what's going to happen to the rest of Judith? Come on now. Come on. See, nobody's thinking. Nobody's thinking. It's even to the point where all of these churches and what everybody's doing. Now you got this one. Have anybody in the live chat ever listened to Frenchall? Frenchall, the man that used numbers and colors. Have y'all ever listened to him? He's a man that speaks on. Give me up, anybody. I need 2 thumbs up if you have, so I can speak on him regarding him. The video about the less population. Yep. Never been the same. He's a black man. He's about 65 years old, and he's always connecting, dealing with numbers and colors, because he feels that it tells nobody. Wow. So you have, you seen him? So, okay. Because what happened is, all right, then someone seen him. What he does, he deals with colors and numbers to bring in his story and his prophecy. And his numbers and colors and numbers bring forth his prophecies. As I was explaining to you all about prophets and prophetess, they're taking on their own tasks. This man think he's a man of God, and God sent him to chase numbers and colors, okay, to tell you what the devil is doing. Okay, I like to find out where along the line did Yah decide that he gonna send an angel to chase the devil's whereabout and his movements. And this man, he will take anything and make it say what he can get you to think. And it's such a dangerous, yeah, that's his name. It's such a dangerous situation. I'm just so shocked that nobody stepped into him enough to tell him, stand down. What this man been doing, he's been doing this since he was a little boy. And what was he doing? Sorcery. He's been playing in sorcery since he was a little boy. Nothing he's doing do anything for your spiritual being. Nothing he's doing do anything for nothing but your spirit, your flesh mind. Nothing he's giving you, he will take and see something that happened in the world, and he'll bring it up and do a video on it, and he'll put it and surround it in colors. He calls maroon, the color maroon, he'll call it red. You see? He'll call a blue turquoise. You see? He'll call an orange yellow, just to make his fact. He got a lot of people following him. And I sit back and I watch this stuff, and I said, Father, he said, Deborah, what did I tell you? These people loving their own. That's why what did you say? That's the devil platform. And this got all kind of people on here. Everything he does, he switch. He'll take the Super Bowl, and he'll go take the Super Bowl and take Obama's birthday, Biden's birthday, and the Super Bowl year, combine them and come up with something saying this is showing us that the devil is speaking. He is so tuned in, so tuned in, hearing what the devil is doing, seeing what the devil is doing, revealing what the devil is doing. He don't even know. He sold his soul over to the devil to work for the devil. And he do not understand what he's doing. Nobody would tell him, sir, you're practicing sorcery. He tells people every time you turn around, you can tell he's a man that never found his identity, because he forever said he's a news reporter. He tried to be a news reporter. He tried to be one that has a podcast. He tried to be, he think he's everything. But you will not see a full history of him being anything. He's been on a paper back in the days. He's always thinking in his mind, he's so important to the world. YouTube, let me tell you what happened. YouTube came in, chopped his numbers, and took his pay. Right when he was bragging because he had made to 100,000. Oh, that man was bragging. They waited till he get to 110,000, chopped his subscribers, and then turned around, froze his pay till he won't get paid no more. And I said, see, that's how God works. I said, now, they did it. They didn't done it to him for a whole year. They told him they're not going to reinstate it. He tried to get it. They ain't going to do it. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you see what I'm saying? Because he's using God. He forever putting the word God. Get ready. We got to get out of here because God is doing something. But you're playing in sorcery. And nobody, you get several people telling him, sir, you off balance. You messing with witchcraft. But no one, people are loving it. People are loving it. That's why people won't stop doing what they're doing. It's because people are making them think that they are famous, they are great, they are excellent, they're good, they're perfect. They are the people of the Most High Yah. And this is why they continue in it. And I sit back and I said, that man right there is a sad soul. When did Yah say he called you to come down here and play with numbers and colors? You keep calling red maroon. You're calling turquoise blue. You take any color that somebody have on, you're letting them know it's the devil. So much witchcraft. Yeah, he's talking, you're right. He's talking about his God when it all said and done. But he's a horrible sight. He's a real horrible sight. And I said, and these are the things that's actually taking place where people are not saying anything. So what happened? This is why the endurance is necessary. The Father give you the spirit of endurance because you're seeing these things. So when he says that he that endure until the end shall be saved, what do you think he's meaning? Anybody? Oh yeah, that he does that 100%. He focuses on all his pages is all about the devil. Then show up on a Sunday trying to teach you a 3-hour lesson like God called him to be a pastor. When you become a pastor, I don't get it. When he say he that endure until the end, what is this endurance? What is this he said? And why are you having to endure something? Do y'all understand that? And I'm going to close. Anybody in the live chat? What is he meaning? He that endure until the end shall be saved. Shall be. And what is this endurance? I'm going to give a few minutes and see if somebody can touch base. And I want to say that there are, this is tape. No, I ain't going to even talk on that line. Yep, the world definitely loves its own. And don't it show? The world shows it loves its own. And we'll support it. See the endurance. You remember where he said the fruits of the spirit? And you remember it was talking about long suffering? Okay, being one. Well, endurance is another gift that he gives you so that you can be held up to the end. You see? So when he says he that endure, he meaning I gave you something to endure to the end so that you will be saved. Because the endurance is a gift from him. And if he give you that to endure it, it's to help you hold on to the end. The end of what? The hour, the day, the minute, and the second in which you sleep or he take you out of here. But what's the whole overall? The whole overall is you enduring something because something rests within you. Righteous rests within you. Say, for instance, if you were sick and in the process of you sick, you having all this real bad pain. You can't stand up. You can't eat. And you are enduring the what? The suffering of your what? Your body. Because you're in pain. You can't do anything. You can't function. When he's saying he that endure in that which is righteous, not because you are righteous, but because he is righteous in you, he's going to see to it that you endure until the end by giving you the gift of endurance because you got long suffering. And you best bet you're going to need it. So endurance is another gift to help you to make it to the end of your life, or to the end of going to eternal, not going to the promised land. What is it for? Because righteous is upholding you. You're seeing things that's going to make you feel like you're a cuckoo clock. You're going to experience death, suffering. You're going to experience so much, y'all. So much. He's letting you know. But he that has my gift of endurance to the end, you will be saved. Because the endurance coming to uphold you up toward what? All the wicked is on the earth, y'all. All this wicked and evil on the earth. Let me tell you something. I'm surprised I ain't a cuckoo clock. I'm almost there though. You see what I'm saying? Because of the things that you're seeing. He's talked about it all in Deuteronomy 28. At the sight of your eyes, you're going to go mad at the sight of your eyes in what you shall see. That's for real. But what's going to hold you up? Endurance. Same thing in Matthew 24. He that endured unto the end. When he went to tell you all the stuff that's going to happen, but he said, he that endured unto the end, meaning he that I have given the endurance spirit to uphold you up in the midst of all this chaos, you're going to be saved. That's what he said. Because you're going to need to. Yeshua, what do you think held him up for those 30-something years? Endurance. Endurance. He endured a lot. A beating, being put in prison, being spit on, being called all kind of things. He endured all that. All the way to where? The end. And that's what he said. What was Yeshua? Who was Yeshua? He was a 100% righteous in a world of 100% unrighteous. And he had to endure the fact that he was 100% righteous among 100, endure all of this chaos. And like I say, it's better to feel that thing now than to really grip it later. Because if you feel it, then when it comes, it's going to bypass you. But the endurance is there to allow you to be able to make it to the end. So don't think he's telling you you're going to make it. Your flesh, he ain't talking to your flesh. He's telling you, I'm going to put this endurance in you so you can make it to the end, to be saved. He had to do it with Yeshua, even though the Son of Yah was with him. He still had to endure until the end of what the mission in which Yah had called him to had to be completed. So I, Sister Deborah, would say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And and you know why I think a lot of stuff that is going on and great suffering and seeing all this is because we don't have nothing else to do. We don't have nothing to hold on to or to look forward to or to grip. You know, when he said, when there's two or more joined together, we don't have no fellowship. We don't have no gathering in the body of Hamashiach. We don't have no revival. We don't have no training or no preparation. We don't have anything in the body of Hamashiach. But we do have Christ and the power. And maybe that's the way he meant it to be, that it be him that we turn to and him only. So I, Sister Deborah, say, appreciate you, each and every last one of you tuning in. And I will be back. Shalom and shalom.